going to be the Alistar.
That's fair. It's fair. It's not my favorite pick. You
I
can
mean,
see
he did have a good
early.
performance on it in the planes, though. So, I mean, he's playing with confidence. But yeah, this draft from MDK, it's pretty... LG's still going to commit to the dive.
This still seems pretty favorable. That level 1 Alistar's gonna have to get a lot of work done. Q finally gonna come out immediately. He goes down. Mirwin here to try to at least catch some of this XP. First blood is there, but level 3 for Mirwin is big. That much harder to dive. As long as he has W up, it's really difficult for BLG to pull the trigger. The Pathmaker crucial. Dashing through. Vault Breaker coming in. Flashback from Mirwin. The Plasma Stacks are already there, just trying to get XP again. If he has to give his life, it's crucial that he gets the wave. At the very least, W win. Trying to get the Q3 back. Gets 1. Mirwin standing. Gets 2. Eliminate the late game threat at least somewhat from MDK. Headbutt pull kicks things off. Elk, Ignite down, Satchel Charge stacking up. Elyoya waiting in the brush, on getting aggressive, but Alvaro's getting lower and lower. The Ignite still ticking, knockback into the wall coming in from Elyoya. The Drake already down.
Straight to the grubs. Elyoya, he's going to be a little late to the party, and with no mid control, it's going to be a very difficult contest.
Getting in, getting involved. Knight, of course, does not have ultimate because of the previous play. Way, I think a bit of a greedy call. Already got the Drake, wanted to go for more based on the mid lane trade, but MDK are here in time. They know the Knight does not have ultimate. They're trying to get a little bit more out of him. The stun connecting from the Alistar. Elyoya trying to follow up. Elk is here as well. Mirwin, now they're dog piling in, trying to get one, but they've already lost Alvaro in the process. Way getting pulled away. Supa gonna get the reset. Will he jump again? 3v4 stacked against MDK. Mirwin Q3 ready to go. All out, slowly ticking down. Only a few more seconds where he's gonna be able to do damage. Flash for the wall coming in from Knight. Mirwin still continuing to step forward. Oh, taken out as well. MDK find the advantage in the skirmish.
BLG were first to get all 5 around the grubs, and they were ready for a fight. But again, it's Mirwin. Mirwin with great play forces a flash out from Elk. Knight is forced. Result of the lane swap. Way though sets his sights on mid.
Frescowi gonna be in trouble here. Tries to get a knockback on a Knight. Goes completely wide. Easy dive for BLG. Point click ulti. If they can mark up Elyoya, perhaps a way for him to escape. Backing away now. Bit of additional movement speed. Zoning away. The flash, the ultimate. On locked up, and Elk manages to escape using the ultimate. Support taken out. MDK. Free action.
Yeah, a bit of an oopsie, but that's all right.
That's a weird bug with a 10-minute flash. Frescowi over the wall has to be careful. Will be spotted now on Fog. 1 grub taken down again. 4 is what matters here. On going in, no level 6 for Alvaro is big. Knight has the ulti. The reset's coming in. Elyoya, massive to kick things off. Frescowi now needs to finish the kill, but Knight already dashing out of safety. They're chasing down Elk as well. They just need to get these kills down. 1 taken out, 80 carry off the board. Knight running. Grubs going to the side of MDK again. BLG are in position to contest, but MDK are just getting more in the fight.
Comfortable spot. The big advantage we really see is for Supa, who's getting closer to that Infinity Edge. Just a bit of a fight in mid.
Good on Supa to trade back onto On at least. Now the ulti's coming in, interrupting a dash out from Knight. Alvaro also putting him out as well. Knight's got no more charges left, but if they find a kill, he'll get 1 back. Knight now killing Alvaro, finding that angle. 1 more reset to go in. Elyoya amidst the entire team. Z Convergence doing a little bit of work. Elk trying to finish the kills, but Supa's still alive for now. Elyoya tanky, but not tanky enough. And no! It's coming in! Lightning! Static finishing the kill. Double now for Elk. That is soul crushing for the side of MDK.
Come through as BLG send Knight over towards the top lane, and Way is securing the Herald. Elk is going to be pushing in mid, close to securing that tower.
Knockback into the tower!
A bit of a misplay there from Elk. He ults behind. Securing that Infinity Edge. Is tower going to be traded now on the top side of the map. Level 11 for Knight. This yes. PLG is ultimately just playing the map. Now they drop the Herald. This gives them control over mid, as MDK set their sights on trying to pick Bin in the bot lane.
Bin picking up a Cinder. Trying to speed his way out, at least by a bit more time, but with Herald down, they really have to get something done here for the side of MDK. Ben about to turn Mega, gets the double hop out before he goes. Not even gonna get connected on by the Q3 from Mirwin, just walking away, buying so much time. Bit of a sunken cost fallacy here for the side of MDK. They've given everything to kill Ben. They will at least try to get that, but On is now here as well. Ben will finally fall, but BLG get 2 towers in the mid lane.
Likely gonna be his priority, and there it is.
TP behind. Spots Knight coming, but it's going to be difficult to lock that Ahri down. Knight already level 12. Alvaro level 6. Comes out a little bit late. The Unbreakable Will.
Alvaro is starved of so much experience.
Frescowi, just dead. Going to take an extra second here. Tries to get tricky with it, but Knight and Way. We talked
the map. That allowed BLG to pressure top, pressure mid, where they secured 2 towers, and then because the top wave was pushed in, Knight could then TP in to create a 4 versus 5, and even though they're down numbers...
And MDK kind of forced to play wherever BLG decide to apply pressure, and again, they find the pick. MDK, bit of sleight of hand there, paying all that attention to the top side of the map. Bit of a sloppy rotation there for Frescowi. Thought he could wander through, thought they saw enough people that he was safe to take a riskier path to topside, but he was not.
I mean, it's crazy to me that that's even the risky path, right? I mean, this is the thing, that the pressure that BLG put down, but it's exactly what their comp wants to do. Find these picks. We've talked so much about it. They have so much lockdown. Vianari is a mid.
They want to go for the collapse here. Instant charm. Everyone probably has to ult out to safety, but the layering of CC is flawless from BLG.
Pressured on both sides of the map. The bot tier 2 is falling. The Baron is getting low. Elyoya looking for a steal.
See Elyoya though. He'll have to flash to the pit if he wants to get this. TP now coming in as they already got the side lane tier 2. Baron going to fall in favor of BLG. MDK now starting a fight at a man disadvantage. This is going to be disastrous. Been finding one with a quick angle off to the side. Frescowi trying to get down as much damage as he possibly can, but the carries are getting deleted. Supa down, Frescowi down. All Elyoya and Alvaro could do is
productive, and they were getting small advantages every single time. And it was just such a macro difference between them as they now set their sights for another fight.
Bin knockback. Supa, nice buffer to make it out to safety, way off to the side. Mirwan taking a lot of that initial damage. Ulti now coming in from the buy. Frescowi getting lower and lower, just trying to 1v1 Bin, but not doing a whole hell of a lot. Bin still standing. Ulti did for Frescowi, but Bin is still alive! He just keeps hitting! He's walking away, that tiny Yordle adding insult to injury as BLG again just wiped the fight. MDK looking for these angles of attack. Last desperate moves, but the flash charm coming in from Knight is enough. The ace there for BLG, and it feels like they might just end it here.
It's complete domination, a 5-0 clean ace from BLG, 23.5 minutes in. They absolutely decimate MDK, and they have a statement performance here. Game 1 in the Swiss Stage Awards 2024.
That's a Magi.
How challenging this game has been. They had a promising start. A few fumbles from the stun, maybe you can convert it into something. But the pressure is continuing to mount. They don't have that top wave. Been going to try and unlock the super minions. They do have the bot one though, and that tower's going to fall very quickly.
Pretty effortless for BLG to play on 3 lanes right now. MDK have to commit so much just to get close. Scatter the Weak, really their only long range, engage tool other than a head.
So the charms and Q's coming
Alvaro
out.
starting, Knight locked up again. Can they just delete this Ahri? But no, the interrupt is clean from On, and Knight manages to make it out for a brief moment. Now Mirwan going toe-to-toe with Elk on the backside of the fight. Kazante not strong enough. Supa back in the fountain, Ignite ticking, finally starting to heal. But 4 members still stand on BLG, and that is going to do it. Supa, not enough damage, not enough left in the tank. BLG getting first blood here in the Worlds 2024 Swiss stage. A final fight, but it will not matter.
MDK is able to round out the game. Dive buddy alongside both the Jax and the Rakan. You've got a lot of engage on the side of T1.
Yeah.
That is a backline threat composition.
Potentially catch that wave as the LCK classic of having your support in the mid lane, but this time, not a support, it's Faker, and now the flash in onto 369. 369 getting lower and lower, a little bit of healing from Cole. The Meek and first blood for Zeus. Getting picked up. The response, of course, on the opposite side for TES is to go for this Drake, which makes a lot of sense, but ultimately Grubs have been higher priority for the LCK just about the entire year. So not surprising to see T1 look for the top side on this side of the trade.
And now after securing the Grubs, they have numbers advantage top side, so they can start threatening those plays, start threatening a potential dive. No level 6 secured yet for 369 means that he's not going to have his ultimate available. You can see Owner making his way into the top side jungle once more as Top Esports secure the first dragon of the game. Zeus spotted on a ward.
Cream, now needs to be careful. Minutes. The top lane fortification that might have balanced things out for the first few minutes, no longer in his favor, so first tower.
I think you need to give the same credit to Zeus in this situation where he's just really trying to maximize what he can.
Knock up in, arrow to follow, cleanse out, but it's a little bit late. Immediate coming in from Jackie Love, taken down. Gumayushi now trying to run the charm to interrupt anything else coming in from Tian. Guma likely to fall here. Ulti is there. Probably just a 2 for 2 in the end, but more members used by the side of TES to make that play happen. Carrier trying to escape. Owner
threatening the dive. A lot of TP.
They are ready to dive this. 369 Renekton, how strong is it? So much CC. He lives for a little bit of time, but the wave is basically deleted. T1 happy to have the donated kill. I don't think 369 was ready.
Mid lane again, you really can't trade much. And it's the plate merchant, Zeus. He's on the bot lane. He's there to get more plates for us. Beautifully for a very powerful mid game. These first items already coming through. The Trinity Force very nearly completed for Zeus as they battle over the control wards. Now, the
Faker
minion
coming in. Instant Wukong ultimate. Faker now going to fall between worlds, but there's just nowhere to go. Mako trying to find the counter engage, but it might not matter. Still in the midst of everything. Tian is so damn tanky. They weren't ready for that, and Jin might not kill towers, but he kills people pretty damn good. Quadra coming in, baby. Bit of a handshake here on the fist fight around this objective. Mako trying to find that angle, trying to find that engage. Guma with the red buff. Poking, chipping away. The eye procced. Cream now walking in. Between Worlds is there. Going to be difficult for Guma to stay too long. Not having vision in that brush a bit devastating as Mako just constantly threatening. Probably just the 50-50 on the smite. 2K on the Herald. Faker is now a blue buff, but the Herald's gone down. Tien wants to walk in and pick that tower, and it gets much harder. But if TES overcommit, it's so easy for Zeus to find that flank. Faker looking to get things off. Double knockup. Instantly Zeus in the midst of everything, and down goes Jackie Love, the one-fed member. Gone in the blink of an eye. Tien does not have enough left in the tank to finish that one. Double kill for Zeus. T1, incredible fight.
Faker truly is timeless. An incredible engage from him once more on the world stage to set up the fight for T1. Top Esports were caught unawares. Jaculov didn't even get an opportunity to flash away. And with him taken out, all of the Ash Arrow, Faker could at any moment pop the ultimate. The threat of the Wukong flank.
Mako, though, starting, knowing the tower isn't really much to defend there. Now between worlds coming out, Jackie Love for now untouched on the backside can look to start to finish up these kills, but Zeus in the midst of everything just gave up his counter-strike. Now needs to retreat. Massive healing coming in from 369, but not nearly enough. Curtain call coming out, though, and looking to finish the job. So much damage. And again, Jackie Love clutching the fight.
As long as Jackie Love Esports are going to get 2 towers.
But I think the hero of the day is Mako there. So many of these engages have been all about that realm.
Ultimate missed. Jackie Love, once again, not forced to expend any summoners. Dragon, though, secured for Chief for plays on the map.
But I think you can see that 369 doesn't want to overcommit on side. He doesn't have TP. They don't want to send Cream to go up against the Jax, and it puts Carrier threatening. Zeus waiting behind, Contaxian off his support. Objective getting lower and lower, but they've already got it on the side of TES. T1 now going to go in to try to get the picks on 369, hoping that maybe they can get the Baron in the meantime, but TES are already out. Zeus now getting chipped away at. Not really much there to play, but Faker again trying to make the play happen. Instant follow-up coming in from Carrier. Zeus off to the side. They're going to look to delete 369, but Jackie Love is still standing tall. Zeus going in 1v1 versus Jackie Love, but he's all on his lonesome. And as long as that AD carry's standing, as long as that mid laner is standing, TES are winning the fight. Guma with nowhere left to go. The bullet doesn't even hit him. He's dead as it's flying. Shut down coming in. TES barreling down the mid lane.
That is a 5-for-0 ace, and Dracos, they can look to end the game right now. Another fantastic play from Top Esports, and as long as the carries were left untouched, they were able to clean up the fight. I think that's going to be it.
So much of the early game was in control of T1. It felt like they come ahead in the lane swaps, but in the fights, TES have been better. The turns, T1 the ones who overextended in TES's jungle, giving those kills to Jackie Love costs them as TES take down T1.
And in a statement game,
it might have
it's a battle of the minds. It's a battle of the minds, Dracos.
Well, I don't think they're going to be the center of attention for their respective teams, but obviously Ivern plus Jinx plus the Poppy to defend. Yeah, excellent position to be in. Wave in a neutral state, forcing Light and Chris to push out if they want to come down. But Genji so quick to take these early objectives, and I think the introduction of Grub's just a big buff to Kalista because she's so good at securing and taking those neutral objectives. Now Pays, though, really wants that farm, is not certain if this fight is going to take off or not. Canyon smiting the last one away, trying to get the hell out. Get away from Xiao, who is the culling is there, shields are there. Chovy ready to body block, all ready to fight back at least a little bit. Nice engage now coming in. Crisp in trouble, Aftershock fading away. That Poppy is dead. Well played by Jen. Still had to navigate the map state well to be able to leverage the advantage.
I just like the way in which they saved this bot lane pick for last.
Which is a very weird thing to say, but yeah.
I don't know if I agree with that statement.
I think it is. It's the most reliable piece, is Crisp. Whips his ult. See? Blitz ult. More reliable. Daisy called out. 4 Grubs already picked up. Lahen's ulting over the wall. That's going to be big. Paired beautifully with the Rumble, but 2 quick flashes out from Weibo means they're going to still be standing. Crisp, isolated, but now the TP coming in from behind with Breathe. The Jax could be big here. Canyon caught out for a brief moment, but they're instantly turning back onto Breathe. Breathe ulting to get a little bit of extra tankiness, but Light still untouched for now. Chovy coming in. Mom called. First kill picked up. Rocket going a little bit wide as Chovy tries to flap out to safety. How much left on the Counter-Strike? Breathe. But interestingly, you can see the gold in our lane economy snapshot. It's not a massive difference between either side, but gold slightly favoring the side of Weibo overall. Rush setup is good as well. Should just be able to break this one down.
And they TP bot.
Are they going to go for more? Or is Light just going to be that threat on the side lane? 2 items almost completed here. As 6 Grubs does mean that Keen is going to be able to grab that bot lane tower at a much faster pace, get reset first. But Xiaohu, instead of trying to delete the tower immediately, just trying to deny as much CS as possible from Chovy. Spot him. Are they going to collapse? Or are they going to go for the 50-50? Knockback coming in. Chris channeling that ultimate will get the jungler out of the pit. Now they can just burst it and go for it. It's not even going to be a 50-50. Rumble ult is solid. Mom called in, but it might not matter. Dragon taken. Weibo need to get out, though. Xiaohu low. Healing coming in for the redemption. Gen G, do they still want this fight? Breathe into the back line. Pays. Now going to be in trouble. Knockback coming in. Lehens now trying to send out the hostile takeover, but it's only going to connect onto the Jax. Breathe likely to fall here, but the rest of Weibo now ready to follow up. Pays getting one. No kill going over means no reset for the Jinx quite yet. They're desperate to get something else for Light. Crisp knocked down into the wall. Canyon going back through, healing up off the passive is clutch as Light, no mana, but still wants to keep hitting. Handshake not going to connect. Xiaohu finishing the first kill. Reset coming in. Gen G backing away.
We just keep this pressure up. Meanwhile, Light is soaking up every single wave in mid. He's also being donated farm from his jungler, with Breathe going to the top lane and Gen G actually having an opportunity to reset after all that pressure. There was a world where Gen G could then look for an engage.
Nice W. Twisted advance, keeping him in the play. They just need to finish the objective. They just need to get the Baron down, and they will do so. Breathe now in no man's land. Ulti now used by the Kalista. Breathe locked up for a brief moment, trying to find the sun, trying to find the angle, flashing out to safety. Calling from Xiaohu, doing a whole hell of a lot of damage as Tarzan tries to chase. But Chovy, crucially untouched, flashing from Chris, trying to finish the job. The bailout there, but the bailout is not enough. Breathe still going. Xiaohu flashing in with full confidence, but Chovy is alive, looking for the resets. Tarzan now trying to get the hell out. Chovy looking to finish one more kill. Canyon gonna get the job done. Weibo with the man advantage, 4-3.
Go again. I like what Gen G's doing though. They've abandoned bot side of the map. They're committing members top, leveraging the stacked wave that they do have, and they're gonna siege onto this tower. Good use of the Baron. They're immediately now moving into the top side jungle.
You want to be 1-0. You want to find that advantage, get out as quick as you can. Remember, 3 and you're in. Lose 3 and you're out. Is a great ulti kicking things off. Tarzan caught. Beautiful layering of the CC. And now Gen G set up on this next tower. Knockback from Chris, not really going to connect. Does force the ult out from Pays at the very least, but this Red Bull Baron power play only growing more and more in the favor of Gen G.
I mean, Gen G figured out the formula. Just stack enough ults and you'll force an engage eventually. Really nice use of the Rumble ultimate with the Maokai ult.
Breathe on the sideline, going to knock down this tier 2, but
Breathe as well.
Breathe here too. Gen G actually have to be careful though. Their TP's coming in, but it's going to be a little bit late. If Weibo get first draw on the fight, they might be able to get something done, but now it's Keen behind them. Light going to be the one in trouble. Hostile takeover coming in, just barely going to clip them. Shutdown is big. Keep in mind that Smolder's been stacking this entire time. 400 for Chovy. Breathe trying to get in the mix, wants to finish off that dragon, but he doesn't have the damage. Double kill from Chovy. Weibo sent packing.
And now the momentum has completely shifted. Gen G punished the re-engage from Weibo, disconnected in their approach with a TP flanking Lucian. Things begin to fall apart. As Gen G, Chovy.
Xiaohu, nice backstep. Chovy trying to finish, can't get too low. One dash, one auto, but there's Pace!
R.
Yeah. Not the normal, like, Malphite, you know, Jarvan, whatever. Ivern can't shield everybody. You know, Redemption takes a little bit of time. And Chovy's, again, only continuing to stack, only getting scarier and scarier.
And here
Ulti
it comes
in
again
from Canyon. If anyone tries to walk up, things are going to get dicey fast.
There's that combination. This time they didn't
Trying to use it to collapse onto Lehens. Lehens flashing out. Tarzan flashing in. Hostile takeover is there, but Breeze still onto the back line. Going to be forced to use the ulti out from Pays. Buys a bit more time. Reset is there. Hostile takeover didn't do much, but now Breathe in the midst of the entire team is still about to get shredded. But finally, Lehens will drop. Light on the backside. The resets are starting to come in. Chris still standing for an extra moment here. The knockback is there, but down goes the tank. Xiaohu finding the kill. Pays, Chovy, Keen still standing. Looking to push Weibo back. A 2-for-2. TP behind. Gen G betting. Maybe not everything, but a whole hell of a lot on this play. Xiaohu now in the midst, trying to get a bit more damage now. Flash in from Pays. Keen going gold, and Xiaohu needs to get the hell away. Pays just running him down in the 1v1. But now it's Chovy and Pays, the 2v2.
A bold move, but it's melting with double 80 carries.
Canyon, can he get into the pit? Ulti coming in, 5k, getting lower and lower. This Maokai wants to try and steal it away, but no. Tarzan finds the angle. However, Crisp already going down. Breathe off on the flank, hoping to find an angle into this fight. All of Weibo retreating. Gen G might not have gotten the objective, but it looks like they're taking control thus far. Breathe instantly into the back line. Jax finding the knockup on the 2, the stun, excuse me, as we continue the fight, but off the side, it's Chovy finally getting involved again. The execute's coming in. He's just sneezing on him, but it's not enough to get the job done.
What a back and forth. The craziest thing about that last team fight, Daisy got a 3-man knockout.
Like back, immediate Mikhail's getting used. Gen G breaking down to tier 2. Decent position. If they can force another fight, Weibo have to force, and again, whoever has to force, very likely to lose the fight. TP flank, they know that it's coming. Breathe on the way in. Rumble Equalizer not doing much, gets a bit of space for Chris. Pace starting to step up. Ulti coming in from Chovy. Hostile takeover big. Light immediately going to cleanse, though doesn't want to give too much. Pace trying to get into the back line, trying to make sure that Light doesn't have any room to work. And already the Elder is taken down, and instantly, in the blink of an eye, 44 minutes in, it's an ace for Gen G as they look to close it out here.
Mom and Dad just melt away Weibo as the Elder was enough to secure the fight. Once again, 5-0, and Gen G will assert themselves as the dominant force.
Incredible stuff, the confidence from Gen G, finding that window of opportunity. Keen, a quiet hero across the game, forcing Breathe back, giving them the ability to start that major objective. The first LPL LCK matchup might have favored the LPL, but this one going in the favor of Gen G as they take down Weibo.
A close back and forth between Gen G and Weibo. Miserable. That's exactly what it's going to do. Paired up nicely with the Ezreal. It's a very safe defensive bot lane 2 versus 2. The idea behind picking Kai'Sa into Ezreal is that you can have a relatively easy laning phase to allow the Kai'Sa to scale up, get that early static shiv, have a little bit more weight. So much XP. Here comes the dive.
Mark's there, concussive blows, making this dive easy as Oscar tries to make it out safety. Knock back into the wall is big. Ishtal's edge. Oscar still standing for now, though. King debating if he wants to go any bit further. The redive should just come through. Oscar needs a bit more time before he gets the Cole to meet back. Jun trying to body block, but the boomerang still there. Q flash, not going to do much of anything, and Jun now in trouble. They tried to outplay him, but they're getting taken down in the end. A clean bot side dive.
He started off the lane pretty well. You can see there's a stacked wave that he's going to have to catch underneath this tower as D plus Kia already going to secure that dragon, already starting off those grubs. Love the proactivity here. Remember, the Humanoid's gone back to base. Razork is alone.
I mean, Lucid, bit of a risky play overall, right? Fnatic got the reset first. His bot lane just now recalling, so the downside of kind of going...
Side is Showmaker gets a very nice trade. You're seeing in this early game how favorable it is.
Gets the flash out. Q3 there for Humanoid, does manage to lock it up. Jun immediate lockdown coming in as well. Showmaker, the clone is there. He's able to get out to safety just in time. Razork throwing down the ultimate, but hand delivered. Lucid bringing Jun back under the tower to punish. A trade as Fnatic are already on the top side, focusing down those grubs for the threshold again that really matters, and they'll be able to grab it. The question is, can they actually find advantages enough in these lanes to leverage that grub buff? The good news, Noah already top lane, already pushing, will force the TP out from Showmaker, but he needs to be careful. Showmaker has the tools to chase him down.
Now, I will acknowledge that I haven't been keeping track of the top laners because rarely do you in a Renekton versus Nah matchup. Hang on, Lucid.
Lucid going in, has already locked up Humanoid. Humanoid wants to get out to safety. The ulti, though, hits a target, means he doesn't really have anywhere else to go. Ignite still there, Lucid! Dual leads now, extending their reach across the map. Razork is there trying to punish, but they don't really have a whole lot of follow-up damage. Humanoid now on the way, and he needs to get that Q3 ready to go. Razork still alive, standing behind the blue buff. Showmaker trying to finish off the first kill, and he'll do so successfully. Lucid gets a quick ulti off. Blast Cone was going to take him to safety. Oscar in desperate to get in here and get something back. Noah on the chase. Razork as well. Oscar, nice stun. Not sure if he has the Slice Dice cooldown yet. Guess is correct on which one's the real Showmaker. Root is there, and Showmaker will just dash out to safety. 5 kills.
Are they really not going to get anything?
Is he going to get the execute? Jun?
He actually gets that.
Which makes it easy for him to get first pushes. Jun and Razork debating if they want to go for a play here. Some resources burned on a Mohan. Is that now Noah trying to start things off with aiming, but there is Lucid waiting, trying to hand deliver. Noah flashing over to get the kill. At least gets the 1-for-1.
Wow, a heavy commitment from Noah.
Something back, but again, getting impact out of this Renekton. It looks like it will be Stride Breaker. It's going to be tough. Hopefully he'll be able to stick to those targets as okay, just continue that topside threat. You only have one grub, but still putting so much pressure down.
I think when it comes to expectation setting, right, we talked about how DK should come in as the favorites.
Yeah.
And we talked about how, while they can be a chaotic team further behind, they set their sights on the mid lane. Razork getting zoned out. Razork has to flash.
Showmaker now chasing. A little bit of damage back from Razork.
Misses the chains, which means that Razork just barely gets away with his life, but the mid tower still goes down. Humanoid secures the top tier 1, but DK, they're not going to slow down here. They still have the Herald, and they want to put some pressure down onto this tier 2, especially given that Razork zoned away right now.
But they don't have any damage. I think that's just a bit of a fake trying to get DK to back off. They'll take their time. Aiming will knock down the tower.
And now with the push in bot, they can smoothly rotate over to the Dragon. This is going to be the third one of the game. Humanoid is going to try and keep his pressure into the top lane as Kingham commits the TP to try and stop him.
Knock up there from Humanoid, well timed on the TP. Now TP's more coming in from Fnatic. It's going to be 2v2 on the top side. Oscar is here as well. They're trying to lock up Showmaker, trying to get as much damage down as possible. Oscar taking the tower, but he just gets deleted. Now Humanoid is going and trying to get Showmaker, but he can't get anything done. Moham here to interrupt. Oh, that's not good for Fnatic. Q3 back at the very least gets a kill, but then Showmaker, the tier 2 at least will drop, and the Dragon falls. In the meantime, it's Chaos.
Yes, Dracos, yes it is. This is what we've come to.
Ready to go over the wall. Objective getting lower and lower. Remember, this is sole point for the side of DK. Lucid still in the area. 2K getting lower. Razor gets it! A crucial steal. The rest of the team now just getting out. They got what they came for. Humanoid has to be careful. Quick. Again, trying to take away this objective. Lucid miles away. They just need to burn this down now. Well played from Fnatic. They can secure this. DK, if they don't find the fight, that's big. Now instantly the follow-up coming in from Humanoid. Soul unbound. Going to find 3 on the knockup.
Oh!
Can snap back instantaneously, and that's the power of the pick. Noah goes in right after him. A perfect 1-2 punch to find the shutdown onto aiming.
Out of nowhere, Fnatic find a massive fight. They shut down the bot lane of D plus Kia, and now there's a potential Baron on the cards. The fight that they needed, they're able to find off the back of Humanoid with a great ultimate.
Fantastic engage. Jun and Humanoid together. Noah following now, though. They're trying to up the pace of the game. This is where it starts to get messy. Showmaker, can they turn this one back to the power of the Yone? And this fight is huge. Shut down there. Humanoid starting to look like a monster, trying to 2v1 the solo laners on the side of DK while his team finishes the objective. Flash back to safety. Showmaker wants to finish the job. Humanoid now in trouble, and the Baron still tearing through his team as Showmaker and Kingen. Look at them, circle them, try to find these angles. Jun coming over the wall. What is the call here? Fnatic desperate to finish this objective. Playing with fire, getting lower and lower. Baron taken by Razor. The secure is there, but now Kingen going mega. Kingen trying to finish the job. Ezreal ult in the midst of it all. But now it's Noah versus Kingen, and Noah gets the fight. To get it down, but still good work thus far. TP bot side, quick ulti from Humanoid. A bit of extra movement speed now coming in. Knock back into the wall. Lucid. Should just be a quick kill pick up here. Nowhere for Humanoid to go. Excellent pick to just further disrupt.
And gain access through mid. Oscar takes the dangerous path. Doesn't get punished too much for it. Ooh, I say that Showmaker with great damage.
Kingen off to the side as well. If Fnatic can wait out the Mega without losing too much more HP, it's not a bad trade deal. This Humanoid keeps his eyes locked on this tower.
They finally secure it, but it's still
exactly
50-50. How you want to play.
Razork is about to just get one shot by Showmaker here. Is forced to throw down the ultimate. Will not get into the pit. That is Infernal Soul, and now this fight went from bad to worse, but instantly they find the engage. They pull the trigger, and maybe it'll be enough. Lucid with an excellent ultimate to try to disrupt the fight. They're now trying to retreat, but again, Humanoid, Noah together in the clutch. They may have lost the objective, but they find the angle. Kingen now confident, but Humanoid and Oscar should shred through this quite quickly. Noah as well.
But Showmaker's damage is too
over
scary.
The wall. Healing now coming in. They're forcing out the early ultimate. They managed to lock up Jun. The follow-up engage is still going to be there. Humanoid still finding multiple. The Baron taking down in the meantime. Showmaker doing so much work, but all of DK is grouped up into a death ball, looking to finish these kills. Noah goes golden. Noah trying to flash out. Blast Cone just knocks him straight into the air. However, his Humanoid gets picked off by Showmaker on the side. Jun taken out as well. It's a disaster for Fnatic as they're getting run down. Kingen flash forward, throws a boulder. The wall-up won't hit, but Showmaker certainly will. Razor taken out.
The Baron costs them everything. Oscar's the only member still alive. That was a massive overforce from Fnatic. And with these death timers and a wave push in mid, D plus Kia may very well look to try and end the game right now.
Oscar has to delete this wave. They don't have Baron, but if he steps up at all, he dies.
15 seconds on Jun, 25 on Humanoids.
Tension mounting, Fnatic.
I don't think he can hold this. He doesn't have the ultimate available.
Was it an overstep? The answer seems to be yes. Oscar dead, wave gone, base gone. DK a bit back and forth there for a few moments, where they'll close this game out clean.
And just like that, the game is over. D plus Kia getting...
Watched this guy since like Worlds last year. He had played a handful of games with TL before playoffs, and he was a sub in summer last year, and him and Yon have improved so much since last year's Worlds. So TL has push in mid, and they have push in top, so they're feeling pretty good. You could see that the clone from APA, he actually just sent it up over towards Raptors and had the recall there, which extends the clone animation, so he had a little bit of scouting. And now Core going to move in. LNG didn't actually get to trade anything on the other side of the map. We'll see if they can look for an angle here on Yon, though, as they have found him a little bit exposed. Not confident to go for it, though, because I don't actually think that Core was ever spotted leaving lane, so they're not sure if he's in that side brush, and it's going to be TL's looking for their play mid.
Pull the double whammy onto Scout. Pop Blossom down, interrupts the jump, and Tangle Barbs hits max range. He flashed in a straight line, and that's an easy rush into the wall.
Just farming it out. APA does have that slight farm advantage, as well as the assist.
They didn't think he'd stick around. Wei just stayed up until he could find the play, and Core JJ is going to be the victim. Gala.
Gala's flash. This is looking like it's just going to be a 6 grub game here for for
Huge.
TL, and they're going to be feeling really happy about that, especially when you consider the fact that Jax is in this game, someone who can play through side lanes very well later on. But even if they do just end up getting the 5, they're going to be pretty happy about that, as Hung's looking mid with Zika.
APA may be in a bit of trouble. They picked the wrong target, though. He tries to cut out first, but drawn back into the Magnet Storm as Omti tries to carry. Even though he's brought Zika back into turret range, it's not enough damage. They find the mid laner of TL.
Is obviously in mid lane, so I do think they're likely to just give this one up. But LNG at least poking around, Hung just making sure that there is space for Gala to
Round. It's a good attempt, but now...
Oh, they're looking for Zika.
It's a cheeky minion. Now that's a sus guy. How did he get here, says Zika, as he's got his flash available on the wrong side of the rift, but a Pop Blossom down means it's an easy kill.
The popular build right now on this patch, but a lot of Nico players, do go different builds, Proto Belt, things like that. So we'll see where he is going to play.
Turret going as well, by the way.
LNG are able to take that top lane turret, and we'll see. As it's going to be another flash force there by Umti, but Umti is going to be in some trouble.
He is in no man's land, but he won't get pulled out of the wall, so he drifts his way out. TL are still thinking about the engage as Zenith Blade turns it on its head. Solar Flare onto Gala on the back. Pop Blossom is no one. Gala flashes away and Hung disengages rather, resets up the equalizer, hurting as well, separating TL from one another.
And went out pretty massively because Scout wasn't even there. So Scout's taking the bot lane tier 1. They're going to crash the Herald into mid. They're likely going to get both of these towers. And that is going to open up a significant advantage for LNG. TL really overcommitting in that top side, or Umti either. Core in a spot here could be dangerous.
He engaged onto that. He's now used his Solar Flare, but Hung and Zika are the ones in trouble. Omti rams him in, but he doesn't get until the Impale brings it back. Locked in place. Zika is a free target for Yon to get a kill. Lower health bars on the
massive HP advantage if they can make this time.
Impact has everything available though. Curtain Call is brought into the forefront as TL's top laner thinks of an angle himself, but Core JJ has to absorb the bullet onto the back line. No, it's going over to TL the Dragon, but they're caught in the middle. The TP bringing Zika back in as you labeled before as Omti drives out of there. TL looking for the grand escape, but Impact's now lost his team. He's behind enemy lines, but not for much longer as LNG look for another chase down. Yon is so low. Core JJ in kill range as well. He'll sacrifice his life, giving another kill over for the Dragon that makes 2. LNG gets some gold back.
Honestly, not that bad though, because they're going to get the mid lane tier 1 as well. So
LNG, gone. There's a what? You see the Baron?
That was bizarre.
What in the OME was that?
There's somehow the TL was only on the bottom side of the pit, and like, because there are some weird wards on the map where they don't give you the vision where you think they would.
Observer toggled vision.
And now Impact's coming from below. They're going to look for the fight. Here comes Nico.
Remember, Yon as well can find the angle. As you said, that's only a clone. Impact has already teleported in, but it's a crushing blow. Impact finds a one-man as the Pop Blossom on 2 on the edge is good, but Hung keeps him at bay. Zika just runs through the rest of them with a good old g'day as he burns them down. Core JJ's next. You can see Hung on this rel played such a big role, and TL not getting the perfect fight we wanted. Second item here. So here we go. TL just going to try and push through mid as LNG look for another angle in this game. And specifically not sure as Impale goes golden and Zika just avoids, but a Tangle Barbs as well. Equalizes down. Zika has his own time to spare, but he's not dead yet. He's not dead. Scout teleported in, sends him skyward, but Gala's ulti tags on the back end. APA lucky to be alive as Yon as well. These 2 carries are too low. TL need to scram, but he can't get away. That's Omti stuck in the ground as LNG just take him out for free.
Yeah, that's awful. There was a great equalizer from Zika to buy some time, and TL just kind of panicked and just tried to run for it there. It looked like they thought someone else is going to finish it off, surely, but no one else was able to stay and finish it off, and now Core could die. This could be Baron, potentially. Is this going to be spawning soon?
It's a permafrost. It's an easy kill. Nice Magnet Storm from Hung. Gala picks it up, and as you said, that
fight, TL just has not had it.
And if they go wrong, again, we talked about Scout, what he can do inside, but for now, he's joined the team. Impale didn't hit. General, what are we doing? How can you lead the troops like that? As LNG converge on his position, and he'll be taken out. 0-7 to that guy for 40 seconds while Baron's up in a 5 versus 4.
Yeah, TL really failing on some of these execution plays. They're looking very nervous, and now LNG are on the Baron. APA does have an angle here on a potential flank, but so does Hung below. Yon going to spot him now.
Core JJ is going to get whacked for a few to start it off. A good Shattering Strike to equalize it late perfectly to bear. Core JJ's ticking down. APA finally hits an ulti though, but the Magnet Storm is already back up. Can they get the damage down? You know the answer's no when Scout is hitting around, but Impact buys some time against these carries. He picked up a triple, but Gala and Scout are still standing, and that's all.
Will continue just about that 3,000 gold lead. Finally, APA finding a good engage.
He's just walked from mid-wave as simply a clone for now. It takes the bait of LNG as Impact walks into the pit at 4K. Weiwei thinks about flipping the game and classic LPL style in front of the pit. He does flip for the Baron. It goes to LNG. The curtain call sits over the wall and now looks for new targets as Jean has to get out of there. He's getting fried. He walks from the last 4 shot. That's good. But Zika now walking in after overheating himself and LNG as a 5-stack. See blood. It's good burst damage here from APA off the side, and Yon helps with that, but it hasn't stopped here. LNG just
here. They're going to look for Scout. Remember, he has no cleanse. If they can land the CC, they can get him.
Minions, Pop Blossom, he did. He did his homework, but he has to flush away from Omti while the turret goes down regardless.
This tower here, but Yon with Core on the side. They got to start clearing out this wave if they can. LNG could try to push the tempo here. They're going to go.
They're going to continue forward. As you said, the turret's going to turn into mincemeat. It's Core JJ locked on in. He turns it into a Zenith play because he can only engage, but Gala takes him downtown. A 4th shot into the ground as Omti tried to get it once again. It is support for now, but TL have lost too much damage on their jungler again. A Chin ulti, easy as that, as APA almost gets clipped on the side. It's Zika who goes golden, buys time. It ticks over anyway, and that makes a double here for Gala. LNG in front of the Nexus turret at 34 minutes. Yes, it was back and forth for a while. Yes, TL had some options, but LNG remained valiant. And in their first game of Worlds here on the Swiss stage, the LPL 3rd seed as they run into Impact and burn down the rest will take their first win to lead them 1-0.
Well done by LNG. Scout and Gala standing strong here for the LPL, for LNG. To this hard let's dive, right? Alistar is just even more of that, but it's not like you could pivot out of that and say, let's draft something else now. Like, you are going triple melee topside with a Kaisa, it's full dive, you're committed. It's still missing a little bit of health, and Zeka did just buy, so we'll see if they want to try to get in for one, but it doesn't look like they're going to go for it. We need to call attention to the improvement and to how good of a year they're having. This is a standout year. They did so well at MSI. Doran in trouble here. Junja's behind him.
He's flashed over the wall, but going to be met. The counter-strike and the stun in place. No Mega Gnar, and they take him before he evolves. Now for Peanut, he's left here without his top laner. He needs some assistance, but following over the wall, Arja gets the flash out of him, but Junja matches. Presses W, gets the kill, but for HLE, they need a response. They pull the feathers in, and for Viper, it's good damage down. He takes down Junja, gets a 1 for 2, but remember, I was going to say YSKM, probably not the right player, if those fans remember. Now for PSG, they're starting to take this grubs in the top side. On a ward is Junja. He's already gotten 4, but this might just be a 6 grub game picked up by PSG because Hum Alive got beaten out before.
Yeah, it's looking really good. I mean, off of that pressure that they got on top side, they get the kill. He's just going to be losing even more farm. He desperately wants that cannon. This could be his life.
He gets sunned up, altered back, and as Al says, yeah, that means the death knell's there. Bramble smashed the wrong way, but for Peanut still getting the engagement. The counter-strike set up by the Glacial Prison means that PSG can try and turn this, and with Maple in, they will indeed. A Fate sealed in onto Hum While Life is good, and Zeka brings the fight back. Maple jumps in under turret again, but this time he was first in CS per minute as a jungler. And this guy's on Sejuani, ganking, and still up here onto Peanut as bot side turret goes down.
In these fights, and with the Zai ultimate, with the cleanse, with the amount of peel between the Maokai, the Gnar, as well as this
4K, it goes down. HLE draw PSG in, but Arja wants a 1v1 off the back end. 1500 on the health bar. Junja for the steal. The ulti sent out. He runs in into Herald. It's not taken, but now for the quickness. HLE take the fight and take the brute force. Get the damage down. The Fate sealed as well. 5 members left standing as the feathers fly out. You said it, Azale. You said how hard it's going to be. As Doran whacks him back for the kick flip ulti. Arja sent packing and a double over to Doran with a beautiful Gnar ulti. Make it 3. HLE with their hands again, just like finals. Debut big on Swiss.
Yeah, they just have the outplay in that 5v5. They have the Herald as well. They get 3 kills on the Gnar. They're going to push top for that tower. They're going to take the mid lane tier 1, and they're going to get a charge LE. They're in an incredible spot now. Look at the Gnar gold lead as he gets the solo gold on that. He's nearly 2k ahead. Zeka is 1.6k ahead. Sure, you killed Viper, but at what cost?
I mean, it just all exploded at once. Maple's going to make a teleport play. He flashes for the 5-point strike, but HLE, imagine he's about to go to Mega Gnar, gets a stun, ulti again. Maple's against the wall as Zeka starts free firing, and Junja can't save the situation. It's a turnabout play.
And mechanics on this team. And now PSG are in for a is just to secure Viper that tier 2 mid, so he grabs that, gets the local.
Zeka, who's 2 items up versus 1.5 for Maple, is damage even to Junja here. He goes over the wall. Maple tags him. They might take this all in. They hit everything onto Zeka. He's caught a fish in headlights, it looks like, as the shutdown's there. Now for HLE, the rest of the fight won't go as smoothly, but a good Maokai up from Peanut. Seconds, he can just join in. They are on a ward though, but another scrying ward to see the ultimate information as Doran goes over the wall into a 1v3. He goes into Meganar, keeping them at bay. His ulti great, he flashes back over, but Baron's getting low. Maple tries to jump in, but a smite is the way to go. Arja tries to spin to win, but now Zeka teleported back in and finds backline access. PSG are running for their lives.
PSG try to make something happen as multiple members there going into the pit, trying to see if they can find a way to steal it, but they can't make it happen.
Blitzcrank game, he's got a lot of picks that really resonate with me here as HLE are in the river, and PSG want to take another fight. I mean, they're falling so far behind as Zeka re-engages, looks for the angle himself, gets a 4-man knocker, sets him into the corner. The Fate Seal on 3, rather as Delight comes in with a perfect quickness. It's beautiful to watch as everything used on Arja. Maple tries to get in the thick of it, but he can't get anything more than a kill. Over the wall, he finds himself, but a feather through the...
is being set at Zeka there, and Viper is just able to crush them in the fight.
It's an 11k gold lead just about at 25 minutes into the game. It started with that fight in top. It continues to happen when PSG want to scuffle down. Gets that bot wave into receivership for Arja to look at, while Peanut just says, hello, Junja. Did you think this was your jungle with the teleport now flying through and a flank at that? PSG want to fight their way out of the mud, but the quickness is there waiting for Arja. A beautiful blade caller as well. The feathers fly out a second time. Blades be damned as Woody gets a great multi-man, but his team is dead. And this cow is about to go into the grinder as well. I think that beef will sell for $5.99 a kilo as Junja runs for his life with Zeka on his tail. Doran as well, ha-ha! Hops over the wall, takes him down, and HLE now dealing with the top laner fed to the ground. Betty as well is like, wait, now he's going Meganar, it gets more dangerous, but HLE are ignoring that because they're going to end the game.
Yeah, they're going to end the game. HLE have had enough. 13,000 gold lead, 28 minutes in, they're looking for the Nexus.
It's a good run, it was scrappy, it was fun from PSG, but Hum will lie for the LCK first seed. There is no stopping the hand stiff when Hum will lie play like this, and with this star-studded roster, they look for more kills just to pad the stabs. A bare Nexus in the end too, but that'll be taken down as HLE debut in successful fashion.
A strong game there. This is what's going to get locked in.
Oy, okay.
So he will tell you, as much as, you know, he is getting some flack, you know, some people love it, some people hate it. Bwipo will tell you whatever he thinks. Whether he's right, whether he's wrong, doesn't really matter. He's going to give you his honest opinion on...
Also walking down here
this
to
is
make sure this try and works out. You're right.
This is really risky. They're going to go for it, but they get engaged.
Oh, it's clean, but the shielding's huge. It comes through clutch, but over the top, Easy Love gets the range shot.
For position. While that is happening, this is all lost farm here, so Bwipo even spending the ult. He has a 2-level advantage.
And he's doing a lot of damage, waiting for the decimating smash. He finds that, he gets a grass stack, presses E. If he goes into zombie, he'll also kill Kiaya. He's just waiting for the cooldowns, and it's just such classic Scion play. The flash away as Bwipo just tries to survive. He's got no mana, no TP to come back.
Really good stuff here on the map from FlyQuest. They are down a first blood, which is worth 400 gold, and they are up 1,000 gold here.
The ones who picked up 2 of the grubs before, so that's the trade we're looking at for now.
But we also know that there's 2 parts of the game. We've seen a number of teams, you know, play really well on the map movement. You think back to the TL game early. Their early stages were great. You know, I do think they were outplaying, you know, LNG as far as their lane assignments and as far as how they were moving around the map. But you have to be able to execute in those 5v5s, and here they go.
Okay, well, they set it up, and Poppy tries to stop them with the steadfast presence, but it matters not. Masu picks up the kill, and Busia flashes away. Really seeking after. They're the only ones here. Flyve just said whatever. They leave Bwipo in a side lane, and Inspired starts traveling down to see if there's anything he can do. So at least Gam getting the objective here when they're so far behind.
Yeah, they will be able to get the objective, and this is going to be 4 grubs for them. So they are going to get the Void Might spawn. That is very, very nice. Busio gets that, just kind of showcases mastery on the champ, and is going to move topside, just play for some camps. But Gam are coming. They want to fight here.
Leo gets a setup. It's a steadfast presence set up by the Keeper's Verdict, and Fly getting out with the redemption comes in handy. The engage is deep from Busio to try and get on out, but now he's got quad. A 1-man shockwave onto Emo.
Jin does not hurt tanks, and he's going to be problematic. I mean, sure, like if you give tons and tons of time to Nara in a side lane, eventually
taking the fight at that point is denied anyway.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's what FlyQuest is going to look towards, and then the question is, well, Ulti and is not going to be able to make his way back to the tower just yet.
We walk slowly, but you're right, it goes down in the end, so Gam gets some more gold. Fight.
You're going to maybe break his shield, you know, it gets very, very difficult. They just have no sustained damage. It's hard to...
The doors are closed, and with Daisy out, it's a 6 versus 5, but the whole of Gam, even as they move in, are getting forced off. The Keeper's Verdict is out. It hits backline, it's good, and Gam finally pull the trigger, but Bwipo with a 3-man knockup, set up with a decimating smash, still gets them all. They find backline access, but Mazu takes so long to die, and he still survives. It's just hopeless, man.
This game.
This is looking clinical. This is looking well thought out, and for FlyQuest, steps away from
back. He flashes out of the Mega Gnar, dodging the Jhin ulti at the same time. Good patience on his summoners. He did not panic when he was getting low there, played it out really well. And you can see the intensity on their faces. Yeah, the game is going well, but they know it is not over till it's over.
True.
And the coaching staff looking pretty stressed there, I'm not going to lie. After the almost 4K damage himself. That's what I'm talking about. When you can't kill the tank in this situation, you can build a little bit Derek's alone. Like, that is an enormous amount.
I mean, thoughts about Overlord's blood metal. Let's talk about that in a second. Ulti used at point-blank range. Levi in trouble as they keep trying to dive this tower. He almost dies. One hit.
These teams has the Dawn Core done now as well, so he gets even more supportive here. The shields are getting larger and larger, and this TP is going to come in, but is it in time?
It is in time only just. Bwipo demolishes it, almost takes it down, but Fly is still sticking around. Bwipo just stands in front, and you can see the Grubs are even doing their own work as Daisy gets a nice knock-up. Bwipo again, point-blank range for the unstoppable onslaught, and Quad takes him down. Elio to the ground, and a double already picked up, and at 27 minutes, this looks like it could be the final onslaught here as Gam run out of energy. I don't know how good the energy was at the start of the game, but this has been a massacre.
Yeah, FlyQuest starting off Worlds with a bang here. Looking incredibly strong here against Gam. Gave him no chance, it felt like, start to finish. Great draft, patient play, and they're looking to clean it up.
Well, as they run towards the next turret, Emo just shuriken flips out. He's got nowhere to go. And Bwipo stands up. He's taking the turret. Now he TPs to the minion. They want to end it in his final push as the Nexus exposed and North America have turned up FlyQuest with a dominating performance against our favorites from the play-in stage.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be really interesting to see how G2 do pull this off. They obviously have the Rel for setup, but you can also kind of set each other up here. Yeah. You know, there is the knockup from the Yone for that Yasuo as well. This is going to be really in the bush, but a good progress.
Yes. It feels so good as Grubs start off at G2. They move up to top first, so they're going to pick this up in the course of 3. And you already just talked about the power of Yike. This just comes into fruition yet again. 3 picked up, and
now it looked like they just pull off the dragon, they give up, they're going to try to turn on
Yike's
Yike.
walking blind, he just gets altered from another world, but he's still not dead. The Fate Shield saves his life. First blood goes over as Dinkiero and makes himself known to get the trade kill. Caps doesn't have anything more in the bank. He flashed.
I also saw something very similar from Broken Blade, where they're basically saying, you know, we've been together for a couple years now, and basically, if not now, when? Like, we have got to do it now. We've got to have those international performances, and we'll see if they can find it now.
We'll play like this. I mean, quickness comes through. Remember, Mickey's not level 6 yet. There is no Magnet Storm available. He was 1 minion. That, as you said, it needs to stay safe. But my concern is always when we get to these skirmishes, these fights, and what Aurora so far at Worlds has shown us. That champion is broken, and that champion, when able to zone out 2 or 3 people, changes the whole course of a team fight.
Absolutely, but Windwall also going to be really strong here. You can't just throw out the Maokai ult because Windwall could actually block that. You know, that's going to be really strong also against double AD carries. As G2 looking to set up a dive, Weiser is very low. Karaoke trying to come in.
That Steel Tempest needs a hit for the last breath, but Karaoke gets caught out in the mix as well. This time the Max Storm is up and available, so G2 have more to work with, but there we go. The ulti we talked about quickly disengaged from G2. Know that now they have the turning play. The last breath is going to be the last hit for Weiser in this fight.
So, you know, he gets caught out. Weiser can't really do much back. G2 playing the map. As I said, they're so get jumped on as Jinkato and Curry trying to move down here, but G2, again, they're just going to play the map. They're going to run you in circles here. Tower's gone.
6 grubs. It shreds. I mean,
there and cute. Hans has done one. We already know Yike has been completed on one for a while, so Painter going to get the dragon, but can they get out?
The question is that with the curtain call, MasterCard, we don't have time because we're going to fight this one out. It's set up central for Broken Blade to get the last breath, and Karaoke is going to be abandoned by Pain. Biggest question, is the game still going to be going?
Oh,
a
they're gonna
teleport
commit
play
to
from
this.
Pain. You mentioned, Azael, that the commitment is there, but I'm a little bit worried. At least the ult comes through and Yike is caught out. The most fed member of G2 is down. A Pyroclasm thrown out on his deathbed, but Broken Blade and Mickey.
And you're spending ults, you're spending Flash Ignite on Curry, you're losing your mid lane tier 1, you're losing minions top. You saw that gold difference, and it's just been kind of up and to the right.
Boy.
As, that's just a couple spells
Ulti.
there.
Okay, between two worlds and setup as Wiser has done a good ulti, but the setup from Mickey might be better. A last breath to send a world all the way to another universe. A curtain call to call it a night.
It's Caps.
Flashes away, and Caps almost gets a solo kill. A grasp to just tickle his fancy on the side, while in a turret on the bot side.
Showcasing that they can do just that.
I know I'm looking to hope him, but NA and EU's first seed.
Chile,
What a choice.
You know, it's really rough out there in those 1-0.
At least the ult was traded, but as he teleports in, or if he does, Wiser not having that's going to be a bigger deal. Nice seer set up with the Blaze, and Karaoke takes a bit of HP as well. Ignite burnt by Mickey as G2 still hover around this enemy jungle, looking for that next pick.
Oh, they're actually looking for it right now.
There's an execute there, so they're going to take the quickness. At least it's the Hail Mary, and this time around again, the Nature's Grass gets a target. Mum flies through as well, but how far ahead are they? Broken Blade with a last breath takes out two before himself. Jinkiero flashes out. He's trying to kite around. Some big plays from this mid Smolder, and a shutdown to boot. Jinkiero's alive for now until Caps rocks on up and takes him down. Two left of G2 is the best you can hope for when Pain was so far behind.
Yeah, Pain honestly doing a pretty good job there. It is a 3-for-4, but at the end of the day, G2 stands strong. Their jungler is alive, their mid laner is alive, and that means the Baron is not long for this world. But Wiser trying to stop them.
There's so much damage though. Can he escape
Yeah.
the wrath of Caps? G2's hopes.
Champ, you just kind of straight back and forth, wait for rapid fire procs, and then you use that obviously on your Q. You're putting it on that true damage burn, and you're on the bot side. So now that is going to make holding the Baron even more difficult.
Chitan, his ulti was burned, and Broken Blade just closes the gap. An easy one.
Answer Caps.
Two people backing away to deal with him. He just walks on up with 6 grubs. Half health on the Nexus turrets. Baron's still going down, by the way, and this time it might be for real. Karaoke needs a miracle steal while they commit to Caps, and he's just going to leave it. It'll go down. No contest. By the way, this is only the beginning as Nature's Grasp again. Wind wall. Azael, walk me through it. There it is. Between two worlds as well, zones him down. Mum does a bit, but Mickey's engaged. Gives a nice last breath to Pain Gaming. That's because they can't breathe anymore as Broken Blade ran all the way in to give Mickey a death. The Fate Sealed won't connect, but G2.
He's alive here though, so a little bit of wave clear is available to them, but you said it. On the Stride Breaker, so you're not going to 100-0 him, you're not going to outduel him, and then you are really hoping to get a good matchup in the second one.
Mickey all-inning on this. Now, Chitan has his ulti and flash available, but they just wanted to pull it out. Ignite is so strong, and the fourth shot would be even stronger. Curry needs to protect Chitan. They get him anyway! Hans Sama from the Secret Service, or what?
Hans just bends the bullet, snipes out Chitan, leaving no doubt about who the better AD is.
Oh, the last breath as well. What a way to end the show as Jinkiero finds Mickey. It might not be over for Pain for now, but the Fate Sealed into the back gets Wiser. Caps with a beautiful knock-up. The Fate indeed sealed in another way as Hans, in style, helps out with that last kill. It looks to be a TP to end here as Caps, or rather, Broken Blade, walks towards the Nexus turrets.
Yeah, G2 have been splitting the map all game, but there's no more map left for Pain to play in.
It's a clean entrance for EU's first seed as the Wind Bros, to put it as Azael said, open us up with a 1-0 start. The end of Swiss Day 1 could not be more clean.
EU